Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Marty!
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I got a question, man, Marty, on that same note. And this is not for you directly, but for everybody on the panel. Why did he choose specifically boxing to make his new home? Anybody ever asked that question?
I can answer that. I never knew the answer. But I know the answer now. And I'm going to tell you why I know the answer now. Because Victor Conte told us the answer, Mr. Muhammad. Now, hold on, because I want everybody to see this. This is important. Some of y'all might have missed this. This was a YouTube comment that Mr. Victor Conte said to me a few days ago. At the bottom, that's me talking at the bottom for y'all that didn't see this earlier. I actually didn't think it was really him. I was like, there's no way Victor Conte's watching this channel and stuff like that. But I said to him that this is really not the real Victor Conte. Nice try, because I thought it was a troll. But Victor Conte said something in the last sentence. If you look at the first part under Victor Conte's name, you will see that he actually said something on your screen, and he actually said something in the last sentence. He said, "None of which you are posting has anything to do with my work in boxing, which started in 2009. Well, first of all, everything that I say about the snack program is about his work in boxing, because I can't talk about the snack program without mentioning him and his work in boxing. Mm-hmm. But he said his work in boxing since 2009. But in an interview that he did with Chris Basinger, Graham Basinger, I'm gonna answer your question through this. You said, why did he make boxing, his new home? And he said in the YouTube comment that he started in boxing in 2009. So I wanted to clarify that using his own words in an interview, because I want to clarify the words new home. This is an interview that he did with Graham Basinger 6 years ago. And this is what he said when he started in boxing, working with Sugar Shane Mosley. I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
Boxer Shane Mosley. How did you both begin working together?
I was contacted by his strength and conditioning coach at the time, Daryl Hudson, and we talked. And initially, I probably just sent some nutritional supplements to him, and it was at a distance. And the more we talked, it became about other undetectable substances and so on. And then eventually, he let me know that he and Shane would like to fly up and meet with me. And so on Saturday, June 26, 2003, that's what happened. They flew from Southern California up to Oakland Airport, and they were picked up in a limousine. Actually, the company that was a couple doors down from Balco, Gateway Limousine, and brought over. And he had his blood collected first at the hospital over the freeway, and then we had a little chat, and then he got his blood collected, and then he came back, and we talked about some of the substances and methods that could be available to him.
What knowledge do you have of any illegal performance-enhancing drug usage Mosley was involved in prior to taking Balco's illegal performance-enhancing drugs?
You hear a lot of rumors. You hear things about this guy and that guy, and he had used performance-enhancing drugs before he ever met me. Now, whether that's true again, I don't know. I'm just telling you that's what I'd heard.
You said you taught him how to inject himself, and you even were nearby when he injected himself with EPO. What do you recall from that?
I was sitting at my desk, and he was sitting directly across from me. And behind him was Daryl Hudson, his strength and conditioning coach. And once we got to the portion where it was time to learn how to administer the drugs, I came around the desk, and he stepped back over here, and we sat knee to knee. And I basically showed him specifically how to inject EPO. We did something called a double saturation point method, which means that you take half of it and put it on one side of your belly button, and the rest you put into the other side. It increases the effectiveness of the drug by doing half a cc here and half a cc here, as opposed to a single injection.
Did y'all hear that?
That clarifies it for people who don't know, because he said the date. I remember when that stuff happened with Shane.
Now, what date? If y'all can remember, I'll play it back if y'all don't remember.
2003.
2003. Somebody's got bad feedback. Can somebody mute their All right, thank you. So 2003. So of course, yeah, I just showed y'all the message that Victor Conte said to me, that I don't report on his work that started in 2009 in boxing, but according to his own interview, his work in boxing, according to what we know thus far, started somewhere in 2003 when he injected Sugar Shane Mosley with EPO. And of course, we know that's a performance enhancement drug. That's the drug that Sugar Shane was administered to for the rematch of Oscar De La Hoya. Okay. And I think they had a relationship before that, but I'm just saying that was what he said in 2003, where the injection and all of that took place. So to answer, Aaron Muhammad's question, and Aaron Muhammad's not on the screen. I think his signal might have faded, but he'll hopefully be back. So to answer Aaron Muhammad's question, matter of fact, he is back. Hold on, let me put him on because I want him to hear this since he asked the question. There you go. So the answer, could you hear what Victor said, Aaron?
Absolutely.
All right. So to answer Aaron Muhammad's question about why did he, want to find a home in boxing after he got out of prison, the thing about it was, according to what he said, boxing became his home after he dealt with the athletes in track and field and baseball. In other words, is before he got caught with the Balco scandal, as far as like doing time, the athlete that he worked with in boxing was Sugar Shane Mosley. Now, why didn't the Netflix documentary point that out? I don't know, Aaron, because in the documentary, as you can see, it started with him going to prison in the middle part of the documentary, and it came right into him saying he's entered the red light district of boxing, and it showed him working with Devin Haney in his gym. Like Devin Haney was one of the first fighters, but they omitted that part right there. In other words, this was when he started in boxing. Oh, you understand what I'm saying, Aaron?
Absolutely.
So it's not that he made boxing, like he found his home after he got out. No, that is where he left his home before he went in.
Right. Absolutely right.
So if somebody's suspicious of him coming back into boxing, that's why. In other words, is the last time we saw you in boxing before you went up top to the prison camp, did what you was doing in boxing. Now you come out and you back here again. And so that's the part I think people they missing that. So now we got to point that out. That it's not that he just came out of prison and said, you know what, let me start in boxing.
Right.
No, you was already there before you went in. So I hope that answered your question, Aaron.
Absolutely.